We'll start with welcome to UCB Betting. UC Betting. If you say UCB Betting, that'd be two B's, right?
Yeah.
So UC Betting.
It's redundant.
We have to change the name, right? This is a terrible name, but we're going to move forward.
No, it's a great fucking name.
You like it?
All
What
right?
is it?
Everything on here is the best. All right, let's.
What does the UC stand for? People are going to ask.
Your cunt. I don't fucking know,
it.
dude.
That's good.
You cunt.
You cunt betting.
We're upstart comedians, right? Or am I just being...
It stood for Upstart Comedy.
Okay.
But I just want the meme to be when people ask, like, what does UC stand for? Just make something up different.
Tell
every
them to
time.
mind. Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
like,
Tell them.
you cunt or you.
Tell them to mind their fucking business. Tell them it stands for mind your own business.
Underage consent
In pig,
that could
pig
be.
Latin.
So yeah, this is UC Betting. I'm one of your hosts, Yorgos Maravelius. Which camera? My bad. Straight ahead. Perfect. I don't know much about sports betting. All right. I just like to gamble and I don't really care about my bank account. Moving on to John.
My name's John Slack. I just had a child, so I am going to, try and not gamble away his diaper and Similac money.
Hell yeah.
And, try and compound and get him some nice new shoes.
Think about you can give your kid a better life. I mean, he can't be living that great right now, right?
He's not doing well.
I don't understand what you mean.
You shouldn't be working,
Whatever do you mean?
You should be working right now.
100%. He just told me he took tomorrow off to watch the game. He has a kid who's a couple months old. He goes, yeah, I took tomorrow off to watch the Rams Bills game.
I'm excited.
I hear you.
I'm excited.
Bills
too.
Rams. Excited. Football's back, and looking forward to it.
Absolutely. I'm Ryan O'Toole. I love sports. I don't gamble so much anymore, but I gambled every day for close to 2 decades, and I'm not that old. But
How old are you, Ryan?
I'm 29 years old. But I started gambling when I was 8 on horses, and I've just followed the trends ever since. And now gambling's legal, and now I don't gamble anymore. Occasionally I do, but I don't call myself a gambler anymore. But I still read articles and follow everything. But I mostly follow.
We'll get you back
sports.
on. We'll get you back.
Yeah,
We're gonna bring you back in.
Well, I don't think I want to gamble. Fuck it, I don't care. We're on camera. I'm on like food stamps and welfare and shit. So it's like I don't know if I could just be like hitting these parlays out here.
Oh yeah, this is all these numbers. The money that I'm betting.
It's imaginary.
It's all fake. The IRS. Okay, fucking Joe Biden's bring 30 agents to come fucking.
I hitched a ride here, but yeah. So I don't know. Red Sox, Celtics, Patriots. I just watch everything. The fucking U.S. Open. I'll watch anything that's competitive. A fight. Anything. So
You're on food stamps and welfare, and you're talking shit on my kid.
yeah,
Got it.
yeah. Because I'm not broke.
This is his future. This is his future.
I got three food stamp cards.
His father took work off to watch games. And look
100%.
Look what happened to him.
Some lucky number 11 shit where you're sitting in the gets a bag put over his head while you're sitting in the parking lot.
That's
in the
right.
Car. Nice.
But both your parents, your dad's in sports.
Definitely.
Yeah.
My dad is into sports. My dad, he's I'm Philadelphia, I guess. Well, I say I'm from Philadelphia for street cred. If I'm being honest, I'm from a town called Washington Crossing, Pennsylvania.
How far away is that?
It's about, I'm going to say 30 minutes north of Philly. It's where George Washington crossed the Delaware on Christmas Day to defeat the Hessians in a pretty Bush League move.
The Haitians?
Yeah, it's me.
There were Haitians
Hessians
that were here.
Hessian troops.
Okay.
They do a reenactment on Christmas Day every year. It's pretty fucking dope.
Hell yeah.
No, it's fucking terrible. But yeah, big. My dad's a big sports guy. More baseball than anything. But he's big Birds fans, and so yeah, fuck yeah.
I'm a Giants fan, as you can tell.
Yes, sir.
Now, Birds fan, South Jersey. People always ask me, like, why aren't you a Giants fan? I was like, I wish I was a Giants fan. They had fucking 2 rings while I was growing up, and then
Fuck that.
the Eagles finally won one. So.
Yeah, but we are from New Jersey. Most people are probably Philadelphia Eagles fans, right?
South of Tom's River, I think it's Philadelphia territory. If I'm not, and then
I'm from Tom's River, so it's like,
oh yeah, okay.
So like,
you're on the cusp.
So most of the kids growing up, what were they?
the Guinea Italian kids were like Giants fans with their fucking gold chains and fades, and then you had like Eagles fans were kind of like the white trash Pennsylvania-ish, and then like Steelers, Cowboys, and then like the weird pale white ginger.
So what
kid
was the majority? What was the majority?
It was fractured, really. It was like Jets, like I said, the weird Jets fans, but really primarily it was Giants, probably Eagles, then Jets, maybe even Steelers, Cowboys in there. But you were born and raised in Boston or same situation?
So
like 30 minutes out?
I lived in South Boston until I was like 13 or 14. My family's still there, and then I lived Peabody, Massachusetts, which is like fucking 25 minutes north of Boston. But I had some divorced parents, some DPs, dude, and so So I like split my time in the majority. But yeah, I've loved the Red Sox, Celtics, Patriots.
Was it like a
and
Departed
Bruins.
situation? You
Yeah,
had to drop your
kind of.
art,
People
you kinda-
say that.
Yeah.
People say that. But yeah, you know, I don't really remember too much of The Departed, dude, because I only saw it like once or twice, and I wasn't like a huge fan of it, you know. But
the concept was that like he was in one part of town with his mom, and then when he'd go to stay with his dad, it was like a more harsh part of town.
yeah,
So he had to kind of like
yeah, that's not too far off.
code switch kind of situation.
That's not too
Yeah.
far. But I don't know. I look at it whereas like I don't know how to I always felt like I was more of a city kid in my life, and now I don't know how the fuck I feel now. I'm just whatever.
You ready to go live in the country?
No.
Okay.
No.
All right. Well,
That's how Philly people are a similar thing. You say you're from, no matter what, if you, everybody feels like they're from, people from Philadelphia who live within the city limits will get really bent out of shape.
Well, I get
with
annoyed
you.
too because I'll talk to people and they'll say they're from Boston, and then I say
Yeah.
where, and it's like 50 minutes away. Like I
Yeah.
don't say I'm from Peabody because I don't feel I lived there. I spent a lot of time there, but I'm not from there. And then when someone will tell me they're from Boston and they're from fucking 20 miles away, I'm like, why didn't
It cuts half.
no shit.
Yeah,
Nobody
that's half
knows
the cover-
fucking anything. So why are we doing that? You know what I mean? I don't give a fuck. You know, tell me, like, I don't need to know where the fuck you're from. There's how many fucking towns in the United States of America? I don't need to like know the entire fucking history.
That's why that's why I say Philadelphia instead of Washington Crossing, because then I gotta fucking
it's
explain.
easier, you know. So like, talk to me how would this
Yeah,
look?
but like
nice to meet you.
But
Ryan.
I only asked.
Where
I
you from, Ryan?
only asked what the fuck Washington Crossing was because we're supposed to have a conversation here. If I asked where you were from and we were outside of this
And I
situation, I would ask 0 follow-up questions because all respect due, I don't give a fuck. You know what
Okay,
I mean?
let's do a
I just
talk
don't
through.
care, and it's the same fucking way right here. No one should give a fuck.
Where are you from, Ryan? I'm from Sandy Hook.
Yeah.
Are you interested in talking about my childhood? All
That's
right,
not a real place.
It's not. It's made up, actually. RIP to the GOAT. So let's get into some topics. So this is a NFL sports betting podcast. Pretty simple. We're gonna take picks every week. We're probably gonna lose money and lose our.
I'm not losing money.
He's not gambling because food. You can't gamble.
Sometimes,
food
yeah.
They're trying to
If I
pass
was,
a
I
bill.
still wouldn't be losing fucking money.
You're winning. Yeah, that's fair. So we're gonna try and win some money. We're gonna try and find some value. But let's talk about some things that happened over the off season. I think we should talk about the positives and really focus on some good things the league happening in the league. So the Bills punter. We want to talk about
Punt god.
Yeah, Matt Ariza.
Yeah.
So
6th round draft pick, a 7th round draft pick, I believe.
he rose to prominence because he had a heater, right? He kicked like an 80-yard
Bomb, dude.
a bomb, and everybody was like,
he had the highest net in the country for punting, I believe, last year, maybe the last 2 years. And then he was accused of some bad stuff. Legally speaking, he was accused.
So so he was. I think that they came out. The Bills knew of some of the background and information, and then the suit came public. And then within 2 days, they dropped him. There's a underage girl. She's 17, so
not cool.
Not cool, even if it was consensual. And then it's pretty like every situation you got to like at least consider the facts of the case. And this girl was very consistent with her story. She had
Is that right?
Yeah, she like immediately after it happened, like told a friend, went straight to the authorities. Like she had bruises. Like this, there's every situation is different. And for I judge a situation and pretty credible here that at the bare minimum, you have a 17-year-old and 5 guys, and he was caught on camera on audio because she called him while the police were listening to confirm they had sex.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I didn't know all that.
Yeah.
Damn. Oh, fuck him.
The Bills
dude.
knew it. The Bills knew this too, and they just were like, "Well,
Fuck
he punts
him.
60 yards." So I mean, he's a scumbag.
You don't know they know that though. You know what I mean? You don't know. They might have known something was going on, but you don't know specific bullshit like that.
We don't know what they knew, but their excuse was they didn't know the specifics of it. But nevertheless, so he's dropped. He can't play. So from my perspective, what's worse? Like, should he be able to play and then she gets to get he's got nothing to sue for now. She's doing a civil suit, but there's no money. He's not playing that. His NFL contract's revoked. Like, should he be able to play as long as it's contingent that she gets like half, or like he not be like, what's worse? You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're really
How the
throwing
fuck
the
are we?
pressure.
How is this? This guy's a fucking. What did Peyton Manning say when his punter talked shit a few years ago? He was like, we're talking about a punter.
When Mike
Vanderjack was talking
Punters
shit.
are-
He's
but
like,
you're
we're
punting
talking about a punter.
But he's punting 60 yards. Like the Bills are a powerhouse team.
Yeah, and he was only on the team for fucking a month.
A month.
You know?
But he's an asset.
Can we not find another punter to replace this fucking guy?
Yeah, that's why it's not that big of a deal. You know what I mean? That's why if you want to say something about like Deshaun Watson, for example, Deshaun Watson has a lot more leeway as a criminal and as a person because he's a franchise quarterback.
What's worse? Pulling your dick out.
They're both weirdos, dude.
He's significantly worse. We'll agree, though. Matt Rise is way than Deshaun.
If it's true.
If the facts of the case are even 80% true.
But don't undersell this fucking Deshaun Watson guy, because I feel like he got a pretty free pass as far as a lot of shit was going in the offseason.
24 allegations.
Yeah. And I feel like it wasn't spoken enough as highly as it should have been. The guy's an absolute fucking weirdo, dude. He's an absolute creep. And as far as it goes, it's like if Deshaun Watson wasn't this franchise, even though he hasn't, when's the last time Deshaun Watson played? It's been almost 2 fucking years.
Yeah, he's not that much. You know what I mean? Worth the burden. I didn't understand.
Of course not, because it's the Cleveland Browns. But
yeah, fair.
If he wasn't, like, if Deshaun Watson was like a fucking regular linebacker or like a defensive lineman, he would be done. He would just be done. Yeah. But he's a quarterback, and there's only like so many good ones in the league. So
how many allegations do you think you could get up to? What do you like? Did he lowball? Like, could he have gone further? Do you think after 24? What's the limit?
Who knows?
Yeah. And, well, you know.
Well, he only got what he got because memes started popping out of all the other shit that was said. That's what they said. Public pressure kind of pushed him because he started at 6.
Of course.
He started at 6.
24 allegations though.
Yeah,
of course. It's the NFL. It's all about PR.
How is he playing how is he going to play this season?
Why? Because I'll tell you why. He's a franchise player and people like watching him. That's why he's a franchise quarterback.
Now I have to watch him. Now I have to see.
Yeah.
If do you think his like output goes down? Do you think that the hand jobs?
No one gives a fuck, dude.
No, do you think the hand jobs from the masseuse were what gave him?
This is the problem with these fucking people when they do this dumb shit. Okay, it's like, dude, you're in the NFL. You have all this money. You could willingly pay. I think he gets off on like the fear of it or whatever, but it's like you could pay someone to come to your house and do whatever, like the most beautiful women in the world or whatever the fuck you're into, to do whatever you want whenever you want. So I don't feel bad for these fucking sickos.
I don't feel bad for him for a second. It's obvious. I think we all agree.
Idiot.
On a serious note, it's inappropriate and unacceptable to pull your dick out during a massage for a girl who's there explicitly to give you a massage, right? Like that's not cool.
No, it's.
But
I object.
At what percentage rate of success do you kind of become so dilute? Like he did it the first time, right? There's a first time where he was in a massage situation and he pulled out his dick,
and it didn't work.
You think the first? I think the first time did work. I think it probably worked like the first 4, 5, 8 times, but then he finally got to the one that like it didn't work, and he's just like, well, I'm shooting 80%. Why would I quit?
Yeah,
you know?
Who knows? He's a weirdo, dude. He's a fucking.
Why wouldn't you call the same one back that took care of it?
I think it's just more of the kink.
Because he's fucked, bro.
Yeah.
He's fucked.
Peyton Manning did put his balls on a trainer's forehead, right?
That did come out. Yeah,
that's fact.
Not fact, but it's fact.
Yeah,
it's fact. So I mean,
that report came. Who knows who knows? All right,
how do you put your balls on someone's forehead?
She was like taping him up or something, and I guess he just pulled out his balls, which honestly is more offensive than pulling out your dick. At least you pull.
That's way more wild than getting a
asking massage for a hand and giving her an extra $500 on the way out.
Draping your nuts on the trainer's face, I think, is significantly more wild than getting
pulling your dick out for sexual gratification. Yeah. So Deshaun Watson's innocent. We all agree?
Yeah.
Deshaun Watson should be playing probably by week 4 if we really had justice in this league, but obviously we don't. Let's move on to another known pedophile, Tom Brady. What's going on with Tom Brady?
That's your
you
boy.
Boston
That's
people.
Your boy
I go up to Massachusetts and people from Boston like legitimately still talk about Tom.
How could you not?
He's the best.
They talk about him even being in Tampa and his game.
Dude, he's in the fucking New York Post every day. You can't fucking turn on.
He doesn't play for the Patriots anymore.
He doesn't play in New York either. And there's nothing. It's like he's in a fucking soap opera. There's just shit with him constantly.
What's going on right now?
He played here for 20 years. I don't know, dude. I don't know this motherfucker's, huh?
Apparently, him and his wife got in a legendary fight the other day, and they're potentially divorce situation.
Yeah,
they
said she's living in another house in Florida or some shit like that. She's pissed that he came back. He like unretired from fucking football. I don't know, dude. It's just like it's page 6 bullshit is what it is. You know what I mean?
Does Impact is playing?
No, I don't.
Not even a little.
You think he played better?
No.
Dude,
yeah.
He's had media shitstorms his entire fucking career. I mean, dude, it was like the whole fucking Spygate thing in 2007, and he was a minute away from having a perfect season. So I wouldn't say he's gonna go out there. I mean, listen, I don't fucking know, dude. The shit he's done this offseason as far as like trying to fucking get out of his contract and go to the Dolphins, I thought that was like some bullshit. I hate the Dolphins, and I was glad. Just shows you how retarded the Dolphins franchise is, dude. It's like they fucking tamper with this guy, lose a first round pick, and don't even get him to go to the fucking team, dude, because he's friends with one of the fucking owners. Comes back, fucking unretires or whatever, he steps away. Who gives a fuck? You know, the thing is, none of this matters if he goes out and throws fucking 4 touchdowns on Sunday. It doesn't matter, dude. Like, okay, it matters in his personal life, but it's like, as far as the game goes, it's like people are just obsessed with talking about him because he's like the best football player ever.
Yep. That's fair. No love lost for as a Boston fan.
I've never given a fuck about like all that like gossip rag bullshit. Yeah. You know what I mean? So I don't really care. I don't think of him any more or less.
What about him making out with the son? Do you have
that was weird.
Do you have a position on that?
That was pretty weird.
That's undeniable. You saw that, right?
Pretty strange.
As a new father,
that was right before, I believe that came out right before the Super Bowl against the Eagles.
Yeah, that was pretty
weird. That's a superpower. We all agree. Making out with his son is like his golden.
It was pretty strange. I'm not going to lie.
Do you think there's like superpowers or some kind of...
I have no idea, dude. Some people are weird.
I love my son. And
you see yourself ever doing mouth to mouth for longer?
It was a little.
How long?
3 seconds.
How long have you been a father for?
1 month.
Yeah. So give it some.
1 month now.
You never know where things go. And
he's adorable, but I don't know about
mouth to mouth will be.
Now it was weird. The whole thing too was like, wasn't he laying down on a table?
He was on like a massage.
Like here we go. Back to the massage.
Now we're back.
It all goes back to the massage.
In like his kitchen too.
He should have served a longer suspension for making out with the son than Deshaun Watson for having. Questionably.
Nah, the funnier shit was that year. Did you ever see the picture of him on the water slide?
Yeah.
The fucking one where he's like got this like little like I gotta. We could.
Tom Brady's a weird. Tom Brady's a weird dude. Tom Brady's a weird dude. I've always said this. I'm like he's a weird guy. I think, but he's just
him or Aaron Rodgers this season. Who do you think's gonna have a better season?
Aaron Rodgers.
You think Aaron Rodgers?
No doubt. I think
because of the.
Aaron Rodgers got a little chip on it. Yeah, actually, you know what?
I have a good feeling about. I think
they're both going to have a nice season, honestly.
I have a really good feeling about Green Bay this year. I feel like a lot of people are down on them because I feel very good about Green Bay this year.
I feel the same. But
I would never doubt Tom Brady. It's
never.
Like
he's got weapons. He's got you know.
I have bet against Tom Brady too many times because of my personal feelings.
Yeah.
To ever doubt him again, and it's fucked me anytime. I think I will say 90% of the time I've bet against Tom Brady. I've lost
money.
You can't.
I've lost. And it's always a personal thing because I just, it was the fuck Tom Brady.
That's how you get killed in here. We're not doing that. At least me, I'm not doing that shit on this podcast. I will never bet against the Patriots, but I would give out a pick against the Patriots. Me personally. You know what I mean?
But you won't put money against it. Oh,
never.
I will bet against the Eagles. Not
really.
It's a smart thing to. It's a. You know what I mean. If you're actually handicapping and doing stuff, it's a smart thing to do. I don't do it because I don't like the feeling of it. You know what I mean?
I feel the same. It hurts my soul to bet it. I would rather just not bet. Even if I genuinely feel in my heart that it's going to be a tough. I'll just not bet the game and root for them. That's where
within the first quarter of this week's game. I'll tell you the trajectory of the Eagles franchise for the season. The first drive, he moves out of the pocket, throws a ball completely off target. It'll be like, all right, well, that's the season. Let's wrap it up.
That's my hang up this year with the
Birds.
Whole Eagles,
is
everybody's, I'm realistic about them in my age. If you talk to me in my early 20s, they're winning the Super Bowl every year, and now I've been hurt.
Make the playoffs
enough. No, they're winning the Super Bowl.
They just jumped up to win the division.
I mean, I don't see that. Yeah, but that's. I was telling him.
We were just talking about
tallest midget in the circus at this point.
They made the playoffs last year. They were like 8-9. You know what I mean? So
Dallas are fucking frauds. Let's jump into the games. Let's start off with Thursday night. So Thursday night,
I just want to say before we start, I'm so grateful that football's back. Like, you know what I mean? I'm worried about how I'm going to pay my rent. I'm worried about I'm worried about a lot of things in my life, a lot right now. But I got to say, I cannot stress. On Saturday, I watched college football from noon, and I tried staying up for the Hawaii-Western Kentucky game that started at midnight, and I fell asleep during it. And it was the best Saturday I've had in a long fucking time.
Are you ready for Sunday?
I cannot wait. I cannot wait.
Yeah.
That's why I took off work.
I know.
Talk shit. That's why I took off work. I felt I've missed this so much. As You know, some people think it's fucking nerdy that I
Who gives a fuck,
lose my
dude?
fucking
Who
head.
gives a fuck?
Yeah, I do. I truly like a professional football team will determine my mood until
100%, dude.
And that's
I'm excited.
yeah, it's awesome.
And I'm excited to go through the season and actually have more of a deliberate, intentful process of betting. Last season, you know, I've won some, I've lost some. I'm probably net negative, obviously.
Well, I think the one thing we need to factor in about week one is you can look at the preseason all you want. You can look at reports, whatever the fuck. None of these teams have schemed at all in the preseason. When they look at all this shit like, oh, the Patriots look terrible, whoever looked good in the preseason, whatever. There's no scheming. There's no nothing. All right. So it's like, and you have nothing to base anything off of. All right.
Not showing
like,
you shit.
No, you can't do it. So it's week one's fun because you learn a lot in week one as far as where teams are going and what they have and shit like that. Because listen, you look at it, it's like some team's going to pop out this week and everyone's going to go crazy and be like, oh, I didn't see them coming out. And then a team's going to lose this week and is it all fucking done? You know what I mean? And then you have week two, which is the biggest overreaction week in the history of fucking sports. It always is every year. So so I'm excited. It's week one and I'm very happy.
And with the extra week they've added, this is like a pseudo, like this is almost like a half obviously it counts towards your record, but it kind of acts as like a half preseason, half actual game. But
it's a game, baby. It counts. It matters.
Sir.
Thursday night, we have the Buffalo Bills. They're -2.5. The money line's -134 at the Rams, defending Super Bowl champions.
SoFi Stadium, baby.
So fucking, it's LA, which, you know, there's probably going to be half the stadium's going to be empty. No one's going to be there.
No. It's going to be filled with a bunch of Northern New York retards, dude, drinking fucking Labatt
Buffalo
Blue
showing up
and
heavy?
eating. Absolutely, dude. Bro, it always is up
they
there,
travel
bro.
hard.
Absolutely. Bro, half the people that live in fucking Los Angeles are from the East Coast anyways. It's a bunch of fucking people who are like, you know what, the weather's way better over here. Let's go out over there, you know?
Yeah.
It's true. We got the Rams. They finished out the season last year 12-5. Their offense ranked 9th. And defense is ranked 17th. I'm big on the Rams for this game. I think that defending Super Bowl champions right now, the line on DraftKings, 2 points. Money line +110. That's my dog of the week. I like the Rams as a dog. I don't see. I mean, obviously the Buffalo Bills can come out there and put up fucking, you know, who knows how many points, but you know. I know you got the Rams as well.
I like the Rams tomorrow.
You like the Rams?
Yeah, I'm just really interested to see. As far as like Buffalo goes, I wasn't huge on their defense last year. I mean, they killed the Patriots in the playoffs last year. They scored a touchdown literally every drive, which was whatever, fucking impressive. And then the Kansas City game, it's like they finally go against. Dude, they didn't play against a lot of good. They didn't beat a lot of good quarterbacks last year. I've said this the entire time. It was like they played against Brady. Brady beat them. Like, and then they go against Mahomes and fucking. They were 11 seconds or 13 seconds away from winning the game and gave up another touchdown. You know what I mean? So it's like I'm not here. They have no fucking Tre'Davious White. He's out. The kid from Florida they drafted, we were talking about him, their first round draft pick. I'm excited to see him, but I don't know. I just like the Rams defense, and I just something about these Super Bowl teams. 19-3 in the last 22 fucking years. Super Bowl teams are all no spread, just straight up. So
yeah,
I like the Rams a lot this year. Again, it's going to be an interesting division. I don't think the Rams are going to get back there. I'll say this. I don't think the Rams
shouldn't have been there. They shouldn't have been there last year. We all agree.
They were.
They were.
They earned it and they won it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Birds people said Birds shouldn't have been there either. But.
Well, big difference between Philadelphia and Los Angeles last year. So I like the Rams tomorrow night.
Yeah.
You know, especially
Aaron Donald is fucking hungry. When he finished out the Super Bowl and that last play and he took his helmet off, he's literally not human.
Yeah, I don't think he's someone he flirted with retiring, and I think that was actually legit and things like that, but I don't think there's any drop. I don't think there'll be any drop off of him and the amount he gives a fuck coming out tomorrow.
He's bashing helmets in practice, you know, and
which is mind blowing to me. I mean, we were talking earlier about like I can't wrap my brain around. I didn't know this that you were talking about. The NFL has no jurisdiction over
joint
what happens
joint
at
practices.
practice.
They have. So Aaron Donald took his fucking helmet off and was swinging at other players, and the NFL has no jurisdiction. So
he dropped an Iverson too. He was like, it was in practice.
Yeah,
he literally said that. He was like, it wasn't a game. It was
the
practice.
Team could discipline if the team chose to discipline him. They would. You know, they could. Of course they could, but he's not getting fucking. The league can't step in.
And then you like the Bills.
But I'll tell you another thing before we just fucking get off this Aaron Donald thing. What the fuck did they think was going to happen when they had the Cincinnati Bengals and the Rams practicing against each other 5 months after they just played each other in the fucking Super Bowl? Of course, there was going to be words exchanged and people were going to be fucking tight about shit. Let's schedule a joint practice against two teams. I mean, you just had the best moment of all those guys' career as well as the worst moment of all those fucking guys' entire football fucking careers. And of course there was going to be fights in it. Of course there was going to be shit like that. It's fucking unbelievable.
You're surprised there's not more fights.
I'm just saying, it was like usually when teams practice against each other and do these joint practices, it's like regional type things. It's like the Patriots practice with the Raiders this year. That's because Josh McDaniels fucking coaches the Raiders. The Patriots practice with the Giants every year. That's because Belichick was there forever in New Jersey and fucking Boston and Foxborough aren't far away. You know what I mean? They had Cincinnati and Los Angeles, and the teams schedule those. The teams schedule the preseason. It's not like the NFL picks whatever. No, the teams agree on that. So that means Cincinnati and Los Angeles agreed to practice with each other. That was just ridiculous. I don't know what the fucking reasoning behind that was. That was fucking, what are you doing?
Retarded.
It was retarded. It was. It really was.
That's Ryan's favorite word, by the way. Top three?
Retarded?
Retarded.
It sounds great coming from you.
Yeah,
though.
It takes some stank off. And then I listen to these fucking idiots who say like I shouldn't be saying retard. You know what I mean? It's like the same shit. It's like every moron wants me to say fucking park the car in Harvard Yard, and then I call their sister fucking retarded, and all of a sudden it's a big fuking problem.
To be fair, you called her a retarded cunt.
I don't know. I don't want to I don't want to get angry because I really want to.
We got much more to go.
But I'm like starting to get hot.
You like the Bills?
I got the Bills. I got the Bills on Thursday night. I just think they're coming off that hangover. They're hungry. Josh Allen's field. That last, you gotta feel something giving up that touchdown at the end of the game to the Chiefs. That was fucking brutal for them. They put up numbers. I'm aware of the Rams defense, and everything that Aaron Donald's got, but they got a nice offensive line in Buffalo. And, I'm feeling the Bills, getting points. I know, but I think it's going to be, a shootout. But I think the Bills are going to take this.
They're going to have home field advantage there. I know it's in Los Angeles, but there's going to be much more people from New York there than there will be.
Or the people
traveling though.
Or that give a shit. I feel like, there's certain fan bases that I feel like just don't even really fucking care.
Sure. Like the one that's hosting opening night tomorrow.
Like the one that's hosting opening night. Yes, exactly. And it's like, you got that nice fancy stadium out there, but Los Angeles, nobody gives a fuck in Los Angeles. No.
Well, everyone's from the East Coast. Everyone's
sports fans.
Everyone's from the East Coast.
Yeah, it's a fraudulent base.
They like the Lakers. You got to give them. They like the Lakers and they like the Dodgers a little bit, but these football teams have jumped back and forth way too much. They haven't stayed there for an extended period of time.
Yeah, and then like I said, I like the Rams money line plus 110. But another good out there, Dawson Knox plus 170 anytime touchdown score. He just signed a big extension, and his brother died last month. So
that sucks. I didn't even know that.
Yeah, not great for him, but as a bettor, plus 170. He's got in the end zone.
A little extra motivation.
He just signed the contract. He just buried his brother. Outside of being accused of rape, I think he really has a good chance to score tomorrow night.
So has he been accused of anything?
No. Just saying. We don't know what's gonna happen the next 24 hours. So I'm not making any allegations. Okay. But if you have to bake that into your bet when you're doing a prop that your player might be accused.
That was a rape joke.
I hope he's out.
Not a joke, just more so just shedding light on the fact that, there's a high chance that as an athlete,
we also got the Von Miller return game. I guess you could say that. Von Miller with the Bills now, he got a 6-year fucking deal. It's really one of those NFL deals. Apparently it's only 3 years really, but Von Miller, I thought Von Miller was done, dude. I really did. Up until last year, I thought he was done, and he fucking was huge for the Rams last year in the postseason. He fucking killed it, all the way down the stretch. So Von Miller playing, I'm sure they'll do something. Well, who knows? But
it helps when you got that Donald
there. Yeah,
totally.
Attracting all the attention. You got
totally.
That'll help you little research.
Von Miller, dude, he's future Hall of Famer as well. So they're expecting a lot out of him. Buffalo didn't have a great pass rush last year. They didn't have a great run game either. Josh Allen's awesome. They got some good weapons. Stephon Diggs is really good and stuff like that. So going to be interesting to watch Buffalo this year. I'm really excited to see them.
Yeah, this is gonna be a great Thursday night game. We'll move on to the Giants at the Titans. I have the Titans -5.5. I think that's not a lock, but that is the Giants are just dog shit.
I wouldn't touch this game with a 50-foot fucking pole.
You don't like the Titans?
No, they were the number 1 seed last year in the AFC. I fucking get it, okay? But are we going to really just keep expecting that Ryan Tannehill's going to just keep... Listen,
fuck Tannehill.
They've almost do it in spite of... He's fine, but it's like the way they've gone the last few years, they've almost done it in spite of Ryan Tannehill. Now, everyone knows how fucking great Derrick Henry is.
Yeah.
Everyone knows how great of a coach Mike Vrabel is. Everyone knows how, like, just in control that fucking team... They're a very. I just don't expect them to be fantastic.
5.5 at home.
Year.
5.5 at home. That's really 2.5.
I mean, if I had to bet it, of course, I'd bet Tennessee, dude. I think the Giants. I don't think it's going to be a good year for the Giants, but it's. I don't know. I'd stay away. I would stay away from this.
The Giants have a shitload of injuries too,
and a new head coach, Brian Dable, former Bills offensive coordinator.
Yeah, I think that the rationale here is that it's going to be a low-scoring game, and that the 5. I think there's a lot of money actually. 91% of the money's on the Giants.
Yeah, cool.
So,
well, that's because New York has one of the biggest bet New York has it's just like Green Bay. It's just like the amount of money that gets bet on the Giants that has to be accounted for at all times.
Well, 49% of the bets are on the Giants, but 91% of the money. So the smart money and a lot of the Vegas other money is coming in on the Giants. And like I said, what I've been hearing is
that's scary.
That makes me want to bet 10.
I know. But I mean, you're going to get what's going to catch you is maybe the hook, the half a point or a couple,
Sure.
The idea is it's going to be a low scoring game. The Titans are going to be really, a lot of rushes, low scoring. So, I mean, the over under there is, 43.5. Which is,
check your weather report. What's the weather?
But it makes sense though. I was just thinking the same thing. It makes sense though. It's 43.5. You have fucking Daniel Jones and fucking Ryan Tannehill. They're not It's not exactly going to be a fucking air raid out there.
Yeah. I'm expecting decent weather. I mean, I don't have the weather in front of me, but it's in Tennessee. So it's in Nashville. But the Giants are trash. But you're probably right to fade this. But like I said, I like the Titans. Let's move on to the NFC South. Big matchup. We have the Saints at the Falcons. Saints -5.5, Falcons +5.5, over under 42. And obviously playing over there in the dome. Do they retract it in Atlanta or is it a full covered dome?
I think it's usually covered.
Covered, right? Yeah. So
sure.
Jameis Winston's back. Michael
Thomas.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about the Falcons. I mean, they first time since 2008 that you got the Ryan
another quarterback other than Matt Ryan.
Yeah,
right?
Matt Ryan starting a game. So and Mariota being so different in the way he plays.
Sure.
That's really going to have some kind of impact.
Marcus Mariota, cousin of Lene, whatever the fuck her name is. Did you guys watch that Manti Te'o documentary on Netflix?
That's his cousin?
The fucking trans lady who fucking caused that whole fucking thing is. She said it. She was related to Mariota.
Oh shit!
Yeah, they say it in the beginning.
I watched that, and I don't know. I think I was just
both
so
Hawaiians.
What a piece of shit that.
Such a scumbag.
Yo,
I didn't even watch it.
You didn't watch it? Oh, dude,
it was on in the background.
Played the fucking victim. So
I know.
hard.
For acting like an asshole.
Yeah. The transgender kid.
Yeah, it's acting like because she's struggling with her gender that she gets off the hook for fucking. I mean, just a world class piece of shit. World class piece of shit. Going out there. Granted, I think Manti Te'o's a moron for, you know what I mean? But
yeah,
it made me. I remember. I lived through that whole situation. Yeah. I remember watching it. I'm not a Notre Dame fan by any means, but I remember watching that. And you make your jokes. I don't really give a shit. People get catfished. Or whatever. Sure. It was a silly thing to poke fun at. But I'll tell you what, it was hard to. I felt bad for him.
Yeah, I did too.
I felt bad for him. I was getting a little. I did too.
I never did before. I never felt a bit
not
of
even
fucking
a little bit.
Anything for him at all.
But you think about he talked about the fucking douchebag dudes coming up to him, taking a picture.
Yeah.
Hey man, I'm a big fan, and then they fucking throw a joke at him about getting catfish, and it's I don't know. I'm not a big kick person while they're down guy. Especially in sports, people love to pile on that shit when it happens.
Totally.
And what a fucking pile of shit.
He was a good dude. He was like a Christian,
he's a Mormon, yeah.
Mormon,
and he just had a busy football schedule, so he wasn't able to talk to a girlfriend. He wasn't able, so he met this girl, and she was fucking hot. The pictures that were being used, the chick was fucking hot. Yeah. She was the transgender dude.
I just think the biggest thing about that is. The biggest thing about that is he was a Heisman candidate playing linebacker at Notre Dame, and he only knew this girl off the. I mean, there was clearly women throwing themselves at him, and he took that bait. So that's kind of where I'm like, dude, really?
Yeah. And he didn't know, and then he announced that he was playing his season for them, and it was just like, bro, you never even met this person. Like,
so Mariota MVP this season is what we think.
So
we think that bloodline is deceiving, right? Like
he's like, wait, I'm separating myself.
Mariota's still even in the league.
I'm surprised too, man. I had to look before we came here. I had to comb through Atlanta's roster because I don't have a fucking clue.
Kyle Pitts is on that squad. Awesome,
but I mean, they lost. Who are they throwing to?
Probably Kyle Pitts, the tight end.
Outside of that.
Yeah. Who the fuck knows?
Their offense is ranked 29. Their defense is ranked 26. I mean, the Saints by no means are, once again, another game, maybe not even worth touching, but I took Saints 5.5. Yeah. I mean, even in Atlanta, I think they're going to have a lot of issues.
New head coach. No more Sean Payton. So this is another game I would personally stay away from.
It's a conference game, so it obviously adds another
it is.
level.
That's where things get weird. These in-division games. But I mean, I don't even know what the hell I'd do in this game, but it's gonna be. I don't know. I would stay away from this one personally.
Yeah, they're putting a lot of hype behind Jameis, but we'll just see how many interceptions he has this game. It's going to be,
I don't know how confident I am.
4-2. Is that like a pretty good rate? You think we get? That's 4 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. You think he can?
Who knows?
We'll say 5.5 is tough though. You're gonna,
how's his eyes? He got that. His eyes are good. He got that LASIK.
Did he get that surgery off?
LASIK or some shit. So he's wasn't that as
over under 42.5? Maybe some value there for once agagen.
I would go under.
Under? You think?
I would bet the under.
What are the Falcons team? They're gonna put them at 21 and not eat probably 17.5.
If they're favored 5, if they're favored 5.5, then it would be the 5.5 point difference off of that. So that'd be 17 for New Orleans, 21-17. Am I doing the math right? Maybe not.
I'll tell you right now.
But it'd be around there.
Who's running the ball in New Orleans now?
I have no idea who's on the team.
No idea other than Jameis coming back. I mean, they got Michael Thomas. Mark Ingram.
No, he's the backup now, if I'm not mistaken.
Kamara. They got Kamara, but Mark Ingram's back, so they're going to have him flex. They're going to have both of them playing with each other. So I think it's going to give Kamara some time to...
fuck, I forget that.
Yeah, to cool down. Next game we got another tough conference game. Steelers at the Bengals. Bengals Super Bowl. Take it, Ryan. What do you think of the Super Bowl loser opening up the season?
I think Cincinnati's going to be really good this year. I really do. I think they fucking beefed up their offensive line, which they was last year was one of the worst. Definitely the worst offensive line I've seen of a Super Bowl team ever. One of the worst offensive lines I've ever seen in my life. I mean, the fact Joe Burrow's not walking around looking like Stephen Hawking right now for the amount of fucking hits he took is truly unbelievable.
Yeah.
That being said, they've just made that offensive line for Ted Karras, for all those dudes beefed it the fuck up. 6.5 big though. I listen. I don't know how much to put into it. Kenny Pickett. They seem to love this guy in Pittsburgh. Well, is he going to be starting or is Trubisky? It's Trubisky. It's Trubisky starting. Yeah. I want to see a lot of. I'd like to see Pickett start, but 6.5. That's
talk through the trends.
It's a lot of points.
Super Bowl losers opening up the season are 4-18 against the spread. And 9-13 straight up.
But it is against Mitch Trubisky. That's a lot of points.
Division dogs are 60. They're 60%. So I mean, the Steelers. Tomlin as a dog is 45-23-2 as a dog. It's just 6.5 points is a lot. For
Steelers defense is good though.
Steelers defense is good.
Steelers defense is fucking good, bro. They got some fucking players back there, bro. I don't know, dude. I would absolutely take the fucking points. And 6.5, dude. That's a lot, dude. Listen,
I know Trubisky's trash.
Yeah, but 6.5's a lot. Tomlin's a I Tomlin's. You know what I mean? Yeah, course question.
Again, is that in Pittsburgh too?
No, they're in Cincinnati.
In Cincinnati?
It's Cincinnati.
All right.
I would absolutely take the fucking points in this thing. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm not touching it. I don't like the division games week 1 scare the shit out of me.
Sure. Everything we have no idea what you have no idea what it is.
Yeah.
You have
but
no
especially
idea what it is.
Those things that you come out and like anybody can beat anybody because they hate each other, and especially in that the AFC with the Steelers,
North,
Bengals, AFC
totally.
North is fucking insane.
Totally.
And those teams, they love to beat the shit out of each other. And Pittsburgh is that, notoriously, that's what they are is defense.
Yes.
And they're going to come out and, I think they're going to come out firing. What is the not? Is it Pickett's hands? Is that what everybody? He's got tiny
Kenny Pickett has the smallest hands in the NFL.
Is that a fact?
Yeah, they measured them at the combine.
Oh, Christ.
But apparently he had an amazing
in the NFL or
in the NFL.
In the NFL.
Not even for the position.
They measure every quarterback's hands, and maybe there's a punt or a field goal kick or something. He has the smallest hands, but he has a fucking cannon for an arm.
Yeah,
so Drew Brees, Drew Brees actually had big hands, but you don't fucking know. So it'll be interesting. I mean, obviously Kenny Pickett's going to end up starting some of these games down the road.
I'm going to say Kenny Pickett is starting by week 3.
You think that fast?
Trubisky, I think, is trash.
That fast?
But there's going to be a lot of pressure because Kenny Pickett is a Pitt guy. My dad, both of my sisters went to Pitt. So my dad is a maniacal. He had Pitt season tickets up until a few years ago, and he's got his finger on the pulse of it. But I don't know. I watched a lot of Pitt games last year, and Kenny Pickett was, I mean, who else? Is there any known quarterback? Didn't Drew Brees have pretty small hands, if I'm not mistaken?
No, I think.
Or was he just short?
He was just short.
Just short with big hands?
Yeah.
I mean, there's got to be somebody somebody out there.
Of course.
Tiny hands. It's not.
They got an awesome.
Steelers money line 230. The spread 6.5, but you can bump that half, up to 7 at -130. So full touchdown.
I would
division
leave that
game
6.5 all day. I'd take it Pittsburgh in that game all day. 6.5 points. Listen, in week 1, I think it's very tough. Like 6.5. That's a lot of points. Mm-hmm. That's a lot of fucking points against a good defense. Mm-hmm. I think Cincinnati's going to be very good again this year. I really do. I know the Super Bowl hangover, all that stuff. Listen, I get that. I think Cincinnati's going to be very good this year. But 6.5, I would absolutely take the fucking points on that.
Yeah. Let's move on to the Monday night game. Big game. Broncos, Seahawks. Russell Wilson homecoming.
First off, I just want to say, dude, I'm pretty pissed that there's only one Monday night football game on the week 1. Remember when it used to always be 2 Monday night games?
Early and late,
dude?
Yeah.
I'm not too happy with that. But we got who? We got Joe Buck and Troy Aikman now doing Monday Night Football on ESPN, new announcers. But yeah, I just wish there was 2 fucking.
I fucking hate Joe Buck.
Do you?
I am not a fan.
Hates it. There is people hate Joe Buck. I've never, especially in Philadelphia, people fucking can't stand Joe Buck. Yeah. I don't really give a shit.
He's just so obnoxious.
Yeah.
I don't know. Philly, who am I to fucking do?
Yeah, I don't really give a fuck. He's all right as an announcer, but Drew Lock, I can't fucking look. He's another one of those guys. There's some quarterbacks where I just look at your face and I'm like, you're not going to fucking win it.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's Drew Lock. It's the fucking Jets guy, the dude who's fucking his mom's friend.
Zach
Wilson.
Yeah.
Trash. Tannehill's got that dumb face. Kirk Cousins has that dumb. I don't even hate Kirk Cousins, but he's just got that face of a guy where it's just like, dude, you're not fucking winning shit. Yeah. Carson Wentz.
Yeah.
Fuck that guy. What
do you think about the Broncos -6.5? You think they can cover that? I think Wilson comes out and makes a statement.
I think
he has to. Like he's playing in Seattle, new team, a lot of expectations. I mean, I don't.
And who's he throwing the ball to?
Can you scroll down real quick, T? Yeah. Oh, there you go. Perfect. I'd have to even pull. I mean, he's got DK. They got DK Metcalf. I know I don't know if he's moving up to first. Who they have last season? Who was their number 1?
Who are we talking about here? The Broncos or the Seahawks?
Geno Smith is starting for
Geno Smith. Oh, I'm thinking the Seahawks because of the Broncos. He's got right now. Yeah, Geno Smith is a starter for the Seahawks.
So I'll take the Broncos right there. That's all I need to hear.
Yeah.
How the fuck is that guy still in the league?
I mean, how the fuck?
Talking about Mariota. How the fuck is Geno Smith still in the league?
Yeah. I mean, I'll tell you right now. 6.5 is a lot. Once again, another division game, Monday night. But I personally took the over. I got the over at 45. I think that, Wilson comes out, makes a statement. He throws for at least 2, maybe runs for 1. Like, I can't see how he doesn't go out there and really try and show the league, like, all right, this is the new team. But then again, the Broncos are not like the most strong team
Got your
overall.
boy Pete Carroll over there.
Yeah, true. He knows his boy. Yeah,
knows his boys.
Yeah, the more I'm trying to think about it, it's like I'm thinking about Seattle right now. It's like it's obviously going to be a down season for them, almost to a point where I'm kind of surprised Pete Carroll's still coaching this year. You know what I mean? Just because it's like I wouldn't even call this like I guess it's technically a rebuild year, but it's almost like not a tear down, like demolish the team year, but it's like a very, like what does Seattle, for example, have to look hopeful to in the future? It's like you continue to build your defense here. You have no real, I mean, I'm sure they have a plan for quarterback, but he's not on the roster right now. It's not going to be any of these guys they have. I thought they were going to end up with Garoppolo. I really did a couple weeks ago with the whole Jimmy Garoppolo thing. I thought they were going to end up with him.
I think he sucks too. He's another one of those.
Yeah, but sure. But he's better than what they have. Sure. You know what I mean? And
Smith.
And it's, I don't know. It's very, I don't know. I don't know about this one.
Yeah, once again,
it's going to be fun to watch Russell Wilson, though, because I'll tell you this. It's like that division's loaded, the AFC West. It's fucking stacked, and you can make a case for all 4 of those fucking teams to go deep into the playoffs. But I don't know how I feel about Denver. I think if I had to choose one team to be like the odd team out in that situation, I would absolutely choose the Broncos. Because I think Kansas City's very good. San Diego's very good. And I think the upside of the Raiders is very interesting. And they have more of a core team there than I think Denver does.
Yeah, like I said, I wouldn't touch the spread. I think 6.5 is tight. But I like the over 45. They'll probably put up 13 points. I'll be embarrassed. Yeah, let's move on to my lock of the week. Obviously slightly biased, as you can tell, but Eagles at Detroit, at the Lions. The Eagles have, arguably made the most amount of advancement in this offseason, have really put pieces together. Offensive line is strong. We now finally have some fucking offensive weapons, finally have some wide receivers to throw to. Got a strong tight end, kid who's hungry, was living in the shadow of fucking, Hurts. The question is, does Jalen show up?
That's my
show up. He'll show up. Thing. Can he throw the ball more than 15 yards?
That's the question right now. And I'll reference a buddy of mine in our fantasy league last year. I had a buddy all fucking year that would anytime Jalen threw a ball, texted our group, noodle arm. There he is, noodle arm. And we were all just like, shut the fuck up. Yeah. He's a fucking rookie. Give him a shot. And then we get to that playoff game, and he had Devontae Smith absolutely wide open, standing at the pylon, and I swear to God, he could have eaten a fucking sandwich while that ball was in the air. Yeah. And, I mean, a safety closing a 25-yard game. And it was just like, I was just like, he has no fucking arm. And that's what scares me. I mean, we got these weapons, we got, but he's a running back. He's a running back.
That's honestly the scariest thing, because who do we have second?
He'll put up fantasy
Mark
numbers,
Sanchez?
Backing us up?
Yeah.
No,
there's no way he's still.
I think he just started the preseason game a couple weeks ago.
No.
Not Sanchez? Am I losing my mind? We got rid of him.
Fucking hey, we traded that other cat away too. That was our backup last year. He's apparently doing good somewhere in Denver. I think he's a backup over there. But
where's Nick Foles at? He's in Chicago still?
He's with someone.
Jacksonville.
He signed like it's like a $100 million deal or something, and then just sits the bench.
I should know
what
where
a stud.
he is.
Fucking lap hog, dude.
I love that man.
You guys nervous? Have you guys been watching Hard Knocks with the Detroit Lions?
Nah, I heard Eminem went out there though, so that kind of scares me.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's.
I haven't watched
Eminem's training with you.
I haven't watched any Hard Knocks, but
I'm not watching Detroit.
We'll see. Yeah, well, people said they look interesting this year. Their defense is pretty weak though. Yeah, but I don't know, Jared Goff, and you know who the fuck he got out there. I don't know. I just think the Eagles. When I look at the Eagles, it's like
they went 3-13 last season.
Yeah, sure.
Right.
Totally.
So how much the
Eagles went what 8-9 last season. So I know there's a big difference between 5 games. You know what I mean?
But the advancement we made with who we added,
Sure, but let's see how they plug it in. You know what I mean?
Gardner Minshew. How the fuck do I forget Gardner Minshew?
He's the backup.
He's
for the
our
Eagles?
backup.
Oh yeah.
And he had some.
He's cool,
dude. He is the man. he had some games.
His dad's cool too. Dude. I want to hang out with his dad.
Yeah, he is a pretty dope dude. Now he's formidable, man. That guy came in. He won some games, some big games for us last year, and he's got an arm. So I don't know. I'm obviously not. I'm going to give Jalen a shot. He's got, he had a full off season with this team, and he's got AJ Brown and Devontae Smith and Dallas Goedert. I mean, you can't. And our offensive line is fucking absurd.
We added that fucking absolute behemoth of a man to our defense. What's his name? Jordan Davis, 6'6", 340 pounds. That's insane.
Jordan Davis.
We picked up the new cornerback who's a problem child, which will probably, add a lot of turmoil to the locker room. But
from
wouldn't be Philly if we didn't have a little drama,
N'Kobe Dean. from Georgia.
AJ Brown, anytime touchdown scorer, plus 130. I don't hate that. I mean, he's coming in. Obviously, it's
you know he's gonna come out, try and get that crowd riled up.
Yeah.
Although we're in Detroit, but shut them the fuck up.
Yeah.
Really,
their secondary's trash. So the Lions defense the secondary is not good. So seeing the end zone plus 130, I like that. But yeah, I think Eagles -4. As far as a lock can go for first game of the season with this is non-conference game. Yeah, you're going to Detroit, but once again, who gives a shit? Golf may come out and just absolutely, like you said, might be one of those games or one of those teams that just comes out so hot. Yeah. They might even start.
It's week 1, dude. You got to be careful of these games. It's it's not like a sure thing. But I personally don't think. I know you said that's y'all lock, but I don't think that game's a sure thing by any means.
Do we have any stats on the teams who did Hard Knocks coming out in week 1?
I think it's actually pretty good.
Really?
I read something like a week or two ago, and it's actually pretty good.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm trying to I'm going back through. Who was it? Was it Browns last year? Maybe.
I think it
was on Hard Knocks.
It was they were in the recent.
Yeah,
I know the Vikings.
I would like to see numbers on what the stats are for the Hard Knocks team. I feel like that.
Yeah.
I don't know. People ask me all the time, like, would you love to see a Birds Hard Knock? And I'm like, nah, fuck that shit. Keep that shit out of the locker room before the year. As much as I would love to watch it, but
unless Jalen just absolutely murders the season, then let's get him on TV. He's doing yogurt commercials right now.
Yeah.
And then we have the Sunday night game, huge game, probably. Outside of Thursday night's game, probably the biggest game. Really gonna,
let's say
we got the Bucks -2.5 at the Cowboys, and I think it goes without saying the Cowboys are frauds. Can we agree? Frauds. Frauds. The Cowboys are frauds. The Cowboys are the Theranos of the NFL. They're worth way too much money and have absolutely no intrinsic value other than the name brand of the Cowboys. But they're so bad.
I'll never give no matter what. They could be the greatest fucking team in the world. I will never, ever, ever give the Cowboys props.
They did put their nuts on our forehead last year.
They're my most in all of sports. The Cowboys are my most hated franchise, hands down. It's not even close. Cowboys are my number. Like Giants fans, growing up being an Eagles fan, I had Giants fans, but Giants have their close proximity to Philadelphia, and some of my buddies were from New York, so I never really gave a shit about the Giants. Washington the same way. But anytime it was just like, why the fuck are you a Cowboys fan?
Yeah.
And it's because you were a fucking kid from when they were winning Super Bowls with Emmitt Smith and Troy Aikman. And I just when they were America's team. And I'll never give them props. I fucking hate the Cowboys more than anyone in sports.
And here's some fun facts. No quarterback is listed in depth chart except Dak on ESPN. Okay. So I don't know if that has any things there. Jerry Jones still running the slave trade in 2022. That's what our analysts have said. I don't know if that's true or not, but we'll look into that. Defense is scary. They lost the best O-lineman, Tyron Smith. So that's going to have an impact.
That's huge.
Tom Brady.
This game's in Dallas too, right?
It is in Dallas.
Yeah.
So, money line, 1+116. I kind of look at the same way as the Bills, the Rams. I can't really. I don't think anyone knows what the fuck's going to happen in this game, really, obviously.
I like Tampa Bay.
I like Tampa.
Yeah,
I like Tampa
Bay.
They
have talent. They have.
I like this.
Julio Jones, which is maybe a little seasoned still. Julio Jones is fucking Julio Jones. And then you got Mike Evans and Chris Godwin still playing. So is Tom Brady thinking about a son, or is he thinking about
Godwin's banged? I think Godwin's banged up though, right?
I think he's questionable.
Yeah, I don't think he's playing. He's not playing tomorrow.
He's not playing.
I like Tampa Bay. In that.
I do too, and I think Tom Brady's going to want to come out firing after all the shit that people
no Tyron Smith. You got. They have Jason Peters now at left tackle, dude. I'm 40 years old. Yeah, you know what I mean?
And two bum ACL.
He won't make it through halfway through the season. No,
I like Tampa Bay in this game. I think Tampa Bay is going to win a lot of games this year. A lot. I think the NFC's weak, watered down. I think Tampa Bay and Green Bay in that conference.
Yeah, let's see how does Tom make it through the whole season? I don't.
Why? Yeah, of course.
Yeah, he doesn't get touched.
Yeah, he always makes it through the season.
Nobody touches Tom ever.
But when does
it catch up with him?
When is there regression? When does he take the hit?
Never.
When does he
I've swallowed my pride on Tom Brady. He's the greatest of all time, and the guy just doesn't get touched. That's the thing. Yeah. That's the thing with him. He'll take a fucking stat. The guy's he's the best. Genius with
Bruce Arians stepping down as quarterback, as a coach rather.
He stepped down. Tom Brady obviously asked him to step down. I know it's been a shaky offseason with Brady trying to get his way, trying to squeeze his way out of Tampa Bay and go to Miami and all that stuff, but he's so fucking good. He's so good and he's so in tune with everybody and all those players. We only have a few minutes left here, right? What do we got? So then should we just run through what we have for our picks of the week?
Yeah, let's run through our picks. You guys want to start off? You got
I'll
yours
start
ready?
off.
You start the camera's right there. You want
I'll
to
start off
straight away.
Where are we going? Right here.
That one right there.
Middle one right here.
Yeah.
Listen, I fucking love, not even just being a fucking homer here. I love New England. 3.5 point underdogs right now. I love them. It's going to be like 90 degrees in fucking Miami. I know it's a tough place to play. I'm not sold on the Dolphins, dude. I know new head coach coming in, this fucking Mike McDaniel guy. He makes a lot of headlines for the quotes and shits he makes. And I know it's been a lot of bad reports, negative reports coming out about the Patriots practicing and shit like that. I really like that. But the game I guess I love, maybe not a little bit more. I love Carolina over Cleveland on Sunday, the Baker Mayfield game. I love Carolina. They're fucking 1.5 fucking favorites against Jacoby Brissett, I believe, who's playing quarterback for the Cleveland Browns.
Yes,
Jacoby Brissett, who... Yep. Listen, very grateful for Jacoby Brissett and everything he did for the New England Patriots, but guy could barely play quarterback. So I like Carolina. Carolina is a very good defense. So I'd say I like New England and Carolina the most this week.
Nice. What do you got, John?
So I'm gonna piggyback off you a little bit with your with the Patriots pick. I love the Patriots this weekend against Miami. They're getting 3.5. I again also not sold on Tua and Miami, and I like them a lot.
They do play good against the Patriots. Miami historically has always been good. Always.
You got the division game, and that's always scary.
But these morons in Miami getting rid of fucking Flores and all that bullshit falling apart, that's really I think it's gonna work against them.
They picked up, they got
Tyreek Hill.
So they got some. They got some weapons, but again, division game. How do I go against Belichick too? I love Belichick, so
it's gonna be a fun one.
It's gonna be a good game. I like the Cardinals. Cardinals Chiefs. Cardinals are getting 6.5, and they are in Arizona. Weak defense in Kansas City. Kyler Murray's got some weapons.
Fat contract.
What's that?
Fat contract.
Yeah. And he
loves playing video games. Yeah. Dude, don't leave that one out.
The new COD doesn't drop till November, so I think we got time.
But he, I whatever the knock is on him, they got a good running game, decent running game.
No Hopkins though till week 7.
No Hopkins, that's okay. You got Marquise Brown, is there? AJ, a very old AJ Green, but he's got I'm confident there, and I think they'll cover the 6.5. They also I like the Panthers as well. -1.5.
Yeah, I think
Cleveland.
That's the best game.
That's the best. I think that's the game.
That's the best game.
McCaffrey coming off an injury. I have no confidence in Baker Mayfield whatsoever. But he's got a little fire in him every now and then, and I think he's going to have a little motivation coming back in this game because he's got a lot of.
And he should stick it to that fucking franchise.
He should.
At the end of the day, they did him wrong.
Yep. And I like Indianapolis -7. Matt Ryan taking over in Indy. The Texans, they got nothing going on. And I think Indy will cover the 7 there. And I'm being a homer. I'll use it week 1. But I think the lock of the week is the Birds -4. I think they're going to come out firing. They always, even when they have a down year, they always come out like gangbusters in the beginning against a team that I don't feel is super strong. So I'm taking the Birds -4 this week. So
yeah. So I got 4 straight bets I listed before. So first, Titans -5.5 at home. The Giants are absolute dog shit. I think that Derrick Henry comes out, puts on a strong performance. 5.5 is tight. It's probably going to be a close game, but I like them. I like the 49ers -7. I think they're in Chicago. Chicago's, once again, weak team. 7 points is not little, but for the 49ers, Garoppolo coming out.
Trey Lance on Sunday. It's going to be Trey Lance.
Oh, where's Garoppolo?
No.
They're both there.
Yeah.
They're competing for starting.
Apparently they're not too high on Trey Lance is what I'm hearing out there.
Of course not.
Fucking another North Dakota boy coming out behind Carson. So fuck those guys. I'm not too high on him. But then again, Jimmy Garoppolo's trash too. So who the fuck?
He can put up points though. He can win games.
That defense will win games.
He can get you to a Super Bowl.
Yeah. Not the defense. It's not Deebo Samuel. It's Jimmy Garoppolo's another fucking. He throws 7-yard
fraud
passes and
good looking.
Let them take after you. Hey, he's a beautiful man.
Beautiful man. I take Broncos Seahawks over 45. I think that. Russell Wilson's going to come out slinging, pulling up points. If the Seahawks, Geno Smith can just get a couple points on the board, I think we'd be pretty good. Probably a lot of field goals, but I like Saints minus 5.5 going into Atlanta. There's a lot of room there. The Falcons are very suspect. Mariota's he could do well, but I don't expect it. Lock of the week. Eagles -4. I think that's guaranteed money.
You fucking hope.
4 points. I would take it at 6.
I'll do it week 1. I'll do it week 1. That's when but they always do.
Like bet my mother's life. I bet my whole family. If the Eagles lose, I hope my family die in a fire.
Put me in your will. Put me in your will this week.
I can guarantee the Eagles are going to win this game. -4 is easy money. It's week 6 to week 10 when they're really going to fall apart. But these first 6 weeks are going to be insane.
Don't you say that.
For the record, don't you
ever say that.
It's what will happen.
My lock of the week for the record is Carolina. I love
Carolina. minus 1.5.
That too.
And then my dog, give me the Rams. Give me the Super Bowl defending champions at home, +110. Strong defense. The Bills, strong. It's gonna be a shootout. It's gonna be a close game. But
both on that Rams shit. We'll see.
Yeah.
See next week. We'll see
I
think that's maybe the only one I took different from.
And then I have a good parlay. I parlayed the Rams +10 at -360, the Titans money line at -250, and the Broncos money line -280. That gives you +142 odds. So I take all those favorites and I take points on the Rams. So it's gonna be an exciting week. You guys, anything else?
No, just very grateful that football's back.
Very grateful football's back.
Birds.
Hopefully we don't go 0-7.
Birds.
All right, UCBetting.
Yes, sir.
Tune in. Support us on Venmo and Cash App.
Catch you next week.
Oh, that was fun.